Okay, abusuya angry Ghana youth a strike hard on OSP kisi ejabeya abusuya ne office no omo asset no ablazer omo ye heavy demonstration against kisi ejabeya se masa on free no office omo close down ne office na omo pese obewura office obi all because of say NPP criminal appointees, former appointees, now just all protected on the likes of Ken Ofori-Atta, Abusuya, a trigger a Ghana for among the heavy demonstration, a barra a year. OSP kisi ejabe ne officer close down more chance massa mema ninsi office obi omo yan corner yan konkoti ensem be call so unsubscribe ya subscribe like na share ma afofron so ensa into me enka ha Ghana Politics Avenue. So and don't forget to click on the notification bell so never any update be ever drop bi ano onso onsa ebe to me akabi medamase.
So Ken Ofori-Atta, some of the things are here in the bini. Don't underestimate Ken Ofori-Atta. Ken Ofori-Atta, ejuma we wayache. He knows what he's doing. He has been doing this for years. Into about back now, Oshisha white, no. He knew what he was doing because Ghana for ye Jimmy. In the end, we are all sitting here saying, say, OSP, Enkofa Ken Ofori-Atta ba. Ken Ofori-Atta, on an employ Kisie Jabing. What Kisie Jabing is doing now is protecting Ken Ofori-Atta. He's not going to bring Ken Ofori-Atta. That never. Kisie Jabing will never lead Ghana to bring Ken Ofori-Atta. Never. Over his dead body. On your da. If anybody is thinking that Kisie Jabing is going to go bring Ken Ofori-Atta, Saadiana Oya Nindena o blame the Attorney General. Onim dia Oye. He knows. He will never give any docket to Attorney General because there's no docket. Docket here. Ken Ofori-Atta some man Kisie Jabing some man 1 week no fan prepared docket or bois. He doesn't have any docket. I can say this on authority. The Special Prosecutor's Office does not have any dockets on Ken Ofori-Atta. Nothing. He is now putting something together. Now, you see, today, OSP, what we say, and there were my boy, we have a catcher say, OSP is nearing completion of its work on Ofori-Atta and will transmit the necessary information to the AG this week to facilitate the extradition process. Or say, and the OSP catcher say, they are now completing. They are nearing completion. They are doing what? They are nearing completion. And the date is 20th of October 2025. I find that OSP catcher say, Ken Ofori-Atta investigations, no, he is now nearing completion. Now what you will know, obe provide document, obe transmit it. That means obe email it. On your register or the hard copy be bro. Remember that email exchange from OSP and the Attorney General. No, the Attorney General was saying, say, give me the docket wherever you have gotten to, and add 2 investigators to it, and let them come and join me, so that we collaborate together. So, that statement from Attorney General means Attorney General onim baby ojina and onim baby OSP jina. He does not want to interfere. He is calling for a collaboration. At the end of the day, what was the OSP supposed to do? All the way back in August. Remember, I mentioned letter way. Oh, sa letter way. This letter, a year last week, me can't share one a free Attorney General's office, a free OSP office, a free Jubilee House. This letter, me can't share last week, no. So, what kind letter did not usher the woman? This was what was in the letter, 10 years. Time Attorney General, Echokoma Kisie Jabing, or say, I bring you compliments from the office of the Attorney General. Or see, 1, this follows your letter to this office dated June 20, 2025, and our subsequent conversation on subject Ken Nana Ya Ofori-Atta. Into Attorney General no eye OSP say letter we are trauma no may they responded to June 20 letter bia otrobaye all the way back in June 20 because this letter was on the 3rd of September. Right. Second, for urgent law enforcement decision-making purposes, kindly furnish this office with the following. Or see, Mr. Send you a bit to mama ejumana contem about Ken Ofori-Atta extradition. No, Mr. Sanyoma we fabreme. 1. A copy of the docket and in bracket, dear Attorney General, in its current state on the subject. Or see, for a copy of the docket in its current state. Or see, baby, what Rubiano, what the for docket in the breme. So when you in its current state, because you are bringing the docket with your investigators coming also to come and help work on the docket. Into see, baby, I would do no in its current state. In this way to 70% to 80% to 10% to you just bring it. I want to see it because for all you know, I might also have some suggestions or even something to add to the evidence you already have. So the Attorney General was being polite. The Attorney General was not being forceful. The Attorney General was not ordering the special prosecutor. The Attorney General was being polite. The Attorney General wanted the collaboration. So I'll say, 1, a copy of the docket in its current state on the subject. 2, an investigative report, even if interim, on the subject. Or say, another one I was investigative report, even interim, even the moya wejuma krampa unya nyen official no krampo, you can add it. I don't have a problem. I can still work with it. So the Attorney General was ready and willing to work with the Office of the Special Prosecutor on everything that they had worked on so far. He was not even about why ye oh baba ye what doing or see baby what do be an brand boom. Because one in the first place, Ocho letter comma, chief of staff say, oh per se, ye for crime be so near the Ofori-Atta ba. It is all per se for crime so and ye for a juma why baby would be a fabra. Mena me a buying lawyer penny. Na me no want to see ye shum and a bonny benny womb. Bonny benny womb. Third, any other information which you believe will be necessary for the purpose. Or say, third, so what information for be our audience say or the can ho ebeboa fa no ka ho into 1 for the ne bra for docket ne bra in its current form. Or say it does not matter where you have gotten to because near titi ha but baby also who say Attorney General air diabolic and air simple letter way a June and a September and an Attorney General air responded to air OSP the June letter or trouble now had Attorney General on his Twitter page all the way in August, that is after on Attorney General I go back and forth. He wrote on his Twitter page. Obi busan question. Obi posti Ken Ofori-Atta issue and a gentleman called Gideon. Ebusa a Office of the Special Prosecutor question say. This is in August. Remember the back and forth with Attorney General and the OSP. It was in June, July. All right, June, July. Now in August. Attorney General could post BB on the Twitter page so. And Abrante Bebusan says, oh, I thought this notice would furnish us with details on how far the extradition process has reached. But well, Abrante because Attorney OSP. Now me just say, sir, a year update on my idea and can my details about Ofori-Atta and the neighbor. I was okay. And at Office of the Special Prosecutor, I responded to Abrante. They did not try. Data shall say 20th of August 2025. I feel we are. Special prosecutor say OSP has done everything it has to do. OSP has done everything it has to do on this case. It is now the turn of Attorney General and the United States. Or see, OSP, they also case will be our year. It is the turn of the Attorney General and the United States. The same time, Attorney General was sitting in his office waiting for the docket. Attorney General, the same time, and Special Prosecutor Agent Twitter, Ekacha Ghana for say, on why the human in it is left with the Attorney General, any US phone penny for, and also making sure say, yeah, the Ofori-Atta the same time, now Attorney General Ebusa a month ago, Ebusa OSP said, for docket ne bra in its state, maybe you will be a for investigators count the but he was on Twitter telling the whole world to say, why you money in a Nipa on person be money Attorney General. But in the letter, the Attorney General was still waiting for the OSP to hand over the docket of Ken Ofori-Atta to him. Now, Uko Enima or say, we call something Mutual Legal Assistance Program, and the central authority is AG. If you need a person or something from another country, in this case, a person, you request extradition through the central authority to the nation where the subject is in. So when you say, I want to ask the OSP, who gave you the authority to put Ken Ofori-Atta on the Interpol red list? Because if you know there's something called the Legal Assistance Program, then it means that you, the OSP, you knew that in the first place, putting Ken Ofori-Atta on that list was going to hinder investigations. Because we didn't know anything called Legal Assistance Program. And we know that with the Legal Assistance Program, it is only the Attorney General's office that can take that action. So what made you decide to put Ken Ofori-Atta on the Interpol red list? It means you were doing this to stop the Attorney General from taking any action. Now, in the first place, why did you first write a letter to the Jubilee House instead of the Attorney General, who is the lawyer of the government? Why? Jubilee House, do they prosecute? It's not a prosecutorial office. They don't have the power to prosecute. And with all the law you know, you are a lawyer. You know that there's nobody in the Jubilee House who can prosecute Ken Ofori-Atta or insist that Ken Ofori-Atta should come to Ghana. It is only through the Attorney General's office, because you are educating us that when you use the Mutual Legal Assistance Program, the Attorney General can activate that for Ofori-Atta to be extradited. Now, why didn't you write to the Attorney General but decided to write to the Jubilee House? You knew what you were doing. You were trying to infuse or trying to malign the Jubilee House. Assembly no Ghana for said the president did not take action. You did not get support from the Jubilee House. You were trying to give the Jubilee House a bad name because you are an experienced lawyer. And even this definition you given us, it means clearly you know how the procedure works. So why did you write to the Jubilee House instead of the Attorney General directly? The Chief of Staff, is he a lawyer? Does he represent the government? But you know the state attorney. So why did you write the letter to the Jubilee House? Because he wanted to implicate the Jubilee House. He wanted the conversation later to be, say, I even approached the Jubilee House and they ignored me. But the Chief of Staff, being intelligent, he forwarded that legal document to the Attorney General, because it is the job of the Attorney General to look through the legal document to give us clear-cut direction on how to tackle it. So why you as a lawyer, why you as a prosecutor, why did you decide to forward a letter to the Jubilee House whilst you know the Attorney General's office is in charge of that? Because from your own explanation, from your own Twitter page, you said there's something called Mutual Legal Assistance Program and the central authority is the AG. You know that the central authority, in terms of the legal assistance program, it is only the AG who can activate that between Ghana and the United States leadership. So why did you write the letter to the Jubilee House? It is because he's doing politics. The man is a bad man. He's dangerous. He's a very diabolic, dangerous guy. He knows what he's doing. You see, he sits with Ken Ofori-Atta's people and they devise a plan. What they want to do now is they want to politicize the matter to the point whereby it will look like the Jubilee House is blocking investigations. That's all. So if the Chief of Staff, now when you go to the last paragraph on his own response, the AG will work with that country, and when they finally agree to extradite the person, the OSP will be invited to US to work together with their law enforcement to bring the suspect back. It is an cultural letter to AG. And the AG busa o docket na kaudemano, and then AG activate mutual the assistance programmer. Then you can come to the US and work with the US authority to bring Ken Ofori-Atta. Why did you choose to go to Jubilee House? And even after you went to the Jubilee House, the AG respectfully wrote to you and said, give me the docket in its current form. I like the way the AG used that word, because you see, if the AG had not said, give the letter to me in its current form, the special prosecutor would have told us that he is investigating and that he cannot release the investigation. But he said, give me the investigation, the docket, in its current form. add 2 of your investigators and the investigations you've done in its current form, bring it. Why couldn't you do that till date? Now, Adia Chinda Okachre say this week you will be done with the investigations and then you will forward the docket. He's lying. I can tell you on authority, Kisi Ejabeng OSP's office, they don't have any dockets on Ken Ofori-Atta. No dockets. No investigations has been done. Even Mustafa Hamidem, he's not done any investigations. You are from your own statement. You know that it's only the AG who can do this. Why did you write a letter to the chief of staff? What was your reason for that? What was the motive behind it? You are a bad man. You are a very dangerous man. You're not supposed to occupy any public office. They need to sack you, investigate you, and prosecute you. You need to end up in jail. You're a bad man. He is working with Ken Ofori-Atta's legal team. They are telling him what to do. They want to make sure they implicate the Jubilee House. Imagine that when the chief of staff received the letter and said, you know what, just put it aside. This OSP is not serious. Imagine what he would have said today. Me say, Nyame and the Jubilee House one fofi. They are intelligent to know, say, legal matters is supposed to be the Attorney General. Imagine, say, and I assuming, say, the chief of staff, he forgot. Assuming the chief of staff forgot and said, I'm busy, I'll take care of this. And on the two, bibim, and on trust, so I'll take care of it. And then fear. Unmatchmanka OSP bekande. Anka OSP release a statement. Anka Obabe Jina TV so I catch them say, Anko nam, menkwana menamo, de meye bia enye ye. If we say minimo ka say, let away me try the command Jubilee House. 3 months in, I have not heard anything. We were up there. Hey, Mahama on the Jubilee House. They are protecting Ken Ofori-Atta. The OSP needs to leave office in the next 24 hours. He's a crazy man. This guy is a crazy guy. This is a guy you don't allow to occupy public office. We need to demonstrate, go to that office, seal it off, and tell him never to come there again. Or you're a dangerous guy. Not general or bonini. Or you're ready to fight corruption. He's a bad person. He's a bad man. A very, very wicked person. He's making money out of the office. I did not write this. You wrote it. It means you have more knowledge about how to extradite Ken Ofori-Atta than any of us. You have more knowledge. You know the right channel to take, but you refuse to take it. Now, Ken Ofori-Atta, he is experienced in these kind of scams. And you see, when he does the damage, he will go away for a very long time. And then you see him pop up. And then when he pops up, he will come and tell you that all that you heard is a lie. And that the things people are saying about him are all lies. Ignore it. That is Ken Ofori-Atta. What he does is, oh, you're damaged now. After he finishes the damage, he will leave the scene. And Ken, we should have known the day Nana Akuffo Ekofa Ken Ofori-Atta mobile bag somewhere running a finances. This guy came to Ghana to tell us, say, he's going to work for us for free. I think this guy, Akuffo finances in this guy is not an economist. Basically, he works on hedge funds. This guy's or to say Obia or Gigi Susu na busumi bia watetititi Obia Susu no so na be ne dia. Or to say Susu Obi or Gigi Susu odwom. Obi or Gigi Susu odwom onye economist o. Obi or Titi Susu odwom or smart collector. Tax na ban AG edwedifo no or the same tax if edwedifo no ho. And how does he do it? He do it in a form of savings. In Tobacco will say, you 10 Ghana mami debia. Na bosome so na say 30 Ghana, mema den 18 Ghana. If we say, sa sikara de mame bosome bia no, mesumo de nie we na me di sie ma inti mesumo de nti 10 Ghana bia betu no debia no, me de wom 2 Ghana cedis. This is what this guy believes. Or no onye economist. Onye somebody who can think deep and move things around and make sure say at the end of the day, no, numbers, with data, with indices are looking good. He doesn't care. What he cares about is he keeps your money and makes profit of it. That is his specialty. And such people are always devising different ways to make sure, say, he's bringing new ways into my culture. Say, oh, so soon the number Friday, Monday to Friday. Say, Monday to Sunday, Saturday, Sunday, dear no, and no dear, a but Monday to Friday, because first, no, now Monday to Friday, now or Friday, no fat. Or the Saturday and Sunday back home in Tiabasana, Monday to Friday, dear, not Saturday, Sunday, no afa. Will be two. This is Ofori-Atta. And he has been doing this for years. And you see, ye Jimmy to the point to say, ye to me won't the white tiboa or casa dindin or no Benjamin, ye Jimmy Papa. Aqua we buy or the white shirt and the Bible ne buy. We saw it, we knew it, we could see. We were telling you. In fact, I was one of the people who sat on TV and radio, Facebook, everywhere, telling Ghana for said, this guy is dangerous. And I just didn't say he's dangerous. Michelle, some of the things he's done to Ghana, where a report by Mami and Lajino, Ken Ofori-Atta be a friend of Obutan investment. Emma, ye forensic audits, Social Security and National Insurance Trust document on the Bechemwaha. It was Ken Ofori-Atta's handwork. Otnasi, Elo Cookie Company, and or the Ura Senate or the G Senate for Sika Ken Ofori-Atta, or no Tourim. The investigations, it was prepared by Worldwide Investment Company Limited, Deloitte and Touch, or whatever you guys call it. They did the forensic audit. Ken Ofori-Atta to me create a scam and a odiria snet Social Security. Nananom ya papa no coach or the snet for a partnership and real musica investment or say or the real estate investment to be ba. It is snet for musica mra or the sika baba for dime.
Okay, abusuya wene ensma ekoso ewo political highway so OSP kisi ejaben ena abusuya sisi ano Ghana youth are strike hard on hima enye asem keto akra abusuya yabada masesa moje pene kokoti sa ensem we erema aha Ghana politics avenue so medamase